for myself, sometimes we lose sight of the fact that other people notice what we do.
Well, pretty surprised because the other category, the other nominees in this category are guys that I hear on the radio every day, and you know, really appreciate what they do. And I didn't hold up too much hope of winning this category. I felt that was a little bit over my head, but no counting for taste, is there?
We've always had the talent here. There's never been any question of the talent. What we lack is infrastructure. What we lack is, you know, some financial support. And you, I mean, PEI is a small place, so it's almost impossible to make a living on PEI. So you can be from PEI, but you have to export your product.
I think there is a sort of maybe just a mindset that most islanders have, because you have to cross a bridge to get anywhere, and I don't know, it's a bit of a mental block to get off. But once you start like traveling and doing it, it becomes so much easier. It's just initially getting off the island. It can be pretty tough. Yeah.
It's a tough road to hoe, as I say about PEI. Sometimes it can be hard scrabble ground. You know, it's so with artists in particular, you know, there's a lot of ground that we have to make up. So you kind of, I guess, lose that. You don't quite notice that other people are paying attention to what you're doing. And as I mean, Rob said it eloquently tonight when he talked about, you know, we need to be recognized as an industry sector. All of the other provinces in Canada have made that recognition years ago, for the most part. And we're still trying to, you know, get to that first step in the process. So it's very frustrating. And when we have done some things, and we've shown some things, and we've demonstrated some things, but we're always a step behind, 2 steps behind, simply because of the infrastructure the other provinces have. And as a result, it's not impossible, but it's kind of playing the game with, you know, one arm tied behind your back, so to speak, or something, you know, along that line. So, but I mean, the talent has always been here, and when I set out, part of what I decided to do with Sandbar, part of the mission was it was going to be a piece of the infrastructure that was, you know, missing, and I think we've created that. So, and hopefully we'll just keep, you know, banging away. I mean, success is the great thing to get people noticed. So I mean, people like Catherine MacLellan, Morris Hill, Fagato, you know, I currently work with, I think, 16 or 17 artists on PEI, plus 4 from New Brunswick. I'm fond of saying I'm the guy who does the donkey work, and nobody wants to do the donkey work. But it's the donkey work that gets you from here to there. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of artists from PEI, you know, come with the talent, but they never seem to quite, you know, go to the next level. I said it on stage tonight. There's an expression I never forgot: if you want more, get better. So, you know, but it's hard to get better when there's no, you know, no support or very little support. It's not that there's no support, there's very little support. You know, when you want to go to a major international showcase because you've been invited, but the costs are, you know, $6,000 or $7,000, and you don't have that. You know, in Nova Scotia, there's a program. In Newfoundland, there's a program. In New Brunswick, there's a program. In PEI, you're out of luck. We got into digital distribution back in March with a company from San Francisco who distribute to all of the download stores around the world, plus all of the mobile phone companies. And we are now starting to get checks back from that for PEI artists who have never been to any. I mean, we've sold downloads in South Africa, Australia, Japan. These are the possibilities, you see, with the new technologies. And
just trying to collaborate with bands on the internet now, I guess, a lot. So I mean, we got lots of stuff lined up. The whole camp I've got hooked up right now. So I mean, we've got got lots of stuff lined up. We've got about 50 people we're supposed to collaborate with on the internet. So at this point, it's whoever's first in line. But yeah, I mean, we're, you know, the basic band stuff, you know. You got shows, you got some albums coming out. Hopefully people buy them, hopefully people go to them, you know. New guy from New York, Redhead, is on our new album. He put out a mixtape with our record label. Collaborate with Twin Lizard from the UK. They're a good, they're a band. I really like them. I heard their stuff on the internet. They heard us, and we both kind of collaborated on some stuff. Practical Academics from Charlottetown. We're on the same record label. We're on each other's CDs quite a bit. My bandmate Jay Cunn from Communicazi, he lives in Toronto now, but we still, we're still working on some new stuff. So lots of stuff in the works. Hopefully, I'm going to start a live band with, something a little more elaborate and funky. So it'll probably have lots of, 5 or 6 piece band.
And if people are buying this music, then there's value to it, and we're not recognizing it at home, and that's the frustrating part, And we're going to sell more, and we're starting to pick up artists from other provinces who want the same things, But I find it really interesting when I get a report and I see, where this check came from. It's not a big check at this point in time, and it's running about 3 months behind. So the last one was maybe July, 3 or 4 months behind. But it's interesting to see iTunes Japan, iTunes Australia, iTunes UK, iTunes Europe, And then what we see are magazines in Europe asking us to send them promotional copies for reviews of artists here. And yet you couldn't get arrested here, in some respects. So, but I think, those are the things that keep me going.